eu entrevistei o dublador do Jimmy Hopkins do jogo Bully. Se você está chegando a esse vídeo de paraquedas, talvez nem saiba a importância que esse jogo tem pra mim. Mas foi o jogo que eu mais zerei na minha vida, já foram 20 vezes. E é o jogo que me deu a abertura ao mundo dos games, que me fez me apaixonar por esse mundo e estar aqui até hoje. Eu tenho treinado essa entrevista há muitos dias, desde o aniversário de 17 anos do jogo, em que eu fiz uma publicação no meu Instagram, uma publicação super especial que demonstra todo o amor que eu sinto por ele. Você consegue ver através do texto o que esse jogo significa pra mim, só que fora isso eu também tenho um vídeo aqui no canal completo, que foi lançado também no dia em que o jogo fez aniversário, que caso você queira verificar, eu vou deixar aqui no card, tá bom? Acho que é desse lado. Card. Mas enfim, eu fiz essa publicação com várias coisas do jogo, né? Pra quem não sabe, eu tenho uma tatuagem do jogo, eu fiz cosplay da Beatrice, eu fiz cosplay da Zoe Taylor, eu tenho um cachorro que se chama Jimmy Hopkins, eu tenho um pequeno boneco do Jimmy Hopkins, eu tenho camiseta de Bully, então realmente sou uma grande fã desse jogo e através dessa postagem eu pedi para os meus seguidores marcarem o Gerry Rosenthal, que é o dublador do Jimmy Hopkins, e mano, impressionantemente, ele viu a publicação em poucos minutos e ele comentou a publicação e ele me seguiu. Na hora que eu vi isso, eu fiquei em choque. Vocês não imaginam o quanto, cara. Se você já me conhece há um tempo e sabe o quanto esse jogo significa pra mim, imagina o que eu senti naquele momento. Só que eu pensei que seria uma oportunidade de eu trazer um vídeo com ele aqui pro canal. Mas a gente tem uma pequena grande barreira, que é, eu não falo inglês. Então, desde o aniversário de Bully, no dia 17 de outubro de 2023, eu tenho preparado essa entrevista, eu tenho feito as perguntas, tenho treinado, tenho tentado de qualquer forma com que ele pelo menos entendesse o que eu estivesse falando, ok? Eu fiz curso de inglês durante 3 anos da minha vida, só que infelizmente não foi um curso que me fez aprender a falar inglês, tanto que eu saí dele. A única coisa que eu consigo ao máximo é entender o que a pessoa tá falando, inclusive eu entendi basicamente tudo que o Gerry falou durante a entrevista, só que eu não conseguia responder da maneira que eu gostaria em português, entendeu? Eu fiquei muito travada, é uma língua que eu não falo, como eu disse pra vocês, e mano, a entrevista com o dublador do Jimmy Hopkins, até o que eu sabia, até o que eu tinha treinado por dias, eu esqueci naquele momento. Então assim, se o Gerry estiver assistindo esse vídeo, eu já pedi 50, se eu pedir 50 desculpas pra ele, é pouco ainda, tá? Mas realmente é um acontecimento que me deixou muito nervosa, gente. Na hora ali, eu nem sabia o meu nome, entendeu? Mas eu fiz o máximo que eu pude pra entregar um conteúdo de qualidade pra vocês. E foi bacana porque ele conseguiu entender as perguntas, eu passei as perguntas pra ele também. Ele respondeu, ele foi super paciente, super atencioso e eu me tornei ainda mais fã. Desculpe o falatório, mas eu achei que seria necessário eu explicar pra vocês o quanto esse jogo significa pra mim. Só que tem vídeo completo que eu acho que nem o vídeo completo demonstra tudo o que esse jogo significa na minha vida e o quanto essa entrevista aqui é importante. Não esperem um inglês bom meu, mas eu acho que vocês vão gostar dessa entrevista e eu espero futuramente, quando eu estiver falando inglês totalmente fluente, que o Gerry tope outra entrevista e sim vai ser a melhor do mundo, tá bom? Mas eu já fico muito feliz, eu me sinto vitoriosa por ter conseguido esse feito, que sem dúvidas já é um dos melhores de 2024 na minha vida. Então muito obrigada, Gerry. Partiu pra entrevista.
Don't be nervous. You're fine. You're fine. I like your little Jimmy Hopkins doll behind you.
It's a great honor to have you on my channel.
Oh, pleasure's all mine.
Yes. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. It's a great honor. I'm so nervous. The game is incredible.
I'm sorry it took so long to make this happen. I'm glad you were persistent. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. You're okay. Breathe.
I've completed the games 20 times.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And I love the game so much.
Oh, and your tattoo.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
My dog is called Jimmy Hopkins too.
I love it.
It's a puggy, Jimmy Hopkins.
Send me a picture of the tattoo. That's awesome.
Of course.
That. Yeah.
Of course. Como chegou até você o convite de dublar o Jimmy Hopkins? Você passou por alguma espécie de audição?
Yeah, I had an agent, an acting agent, and they got me the audition, and I read the first scene. So the scene where he's in the car with his mother and stepdad when he's getting dropped off to Bulworth, you know?
Yes.
Something about why'd you marry that phony? That line. Yeah. So I read that whole thing, and then they said thank you, and you know, I left, and a couple weeks later they said you booked it. So, and I asked them why they booked me, and they said at the time I was 24, and they said that my natural voice sounded like my natural 25-year-old voice sounded like a tough 15-year-old.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but it got me the job. And as you can tell, my voice is still kind of high to this day, even though I'm 43. So, but at 25, my voice was a little higher. So, yeah. So there wasn't much of an audition process. It was one audition. I read that opening monologue and left, and then they said they wanted me. So it was great. I said okay.
Qual foi o maior desafio que você enfrentou ao dublar o Jimmy Hopkins?
I would say, so I was used to kind of doing acting, you know, smaller, so like making it more realistic. But with voice acting, this was my first real voice acting job. So with voice acting, they kept telling me to do it bigger, do it bigger, do it bigger. Which was fine. I got the hang of it, but that was a challenge at first. And I remember the director said, I forget, it was the scene where Jimmy, when the gamer finally defeats, who is it? Russell, the C guy. He's one of the bad guys, right?
Yes.
And he's like a later guy, like you beat him late in the game.
Gerry.
So, you know, the line was something like, "Oh, I'm the best. I'm the king of the world," sort of thing. And he was like, the director said, you have to voice it in a way that reflects the gamer, how the gamer feels. He said the gamer might have taken 20, 40, 50 times to beat him. And he finally did. So you have to represent what the gamer is going through with that. I'm the best. I won. You know, you have to really emote in a way that reflects what you as the gamer feels. So that was interesting. That was something I hadn't considered, and you know, that was definitely a challenge. You know, which I think I met. You know, I think I figured it out. But yeah, that was something I didn't necessarily think about going into it.
Você se lembra de alguma frase do Jimmy Hopkins que poderia falar pra gente?
So honestly, the main one I always remember is, "Mom, why'd you have to go and marry that phony?" That one.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Why'd you have to marry that phony?
I can't believe this.
So I didn't play the game really much. I'm not really a gamer, so I didn't really play it. So after I did the voice acting, I never really went back and watched any of it or played it. I don't know if you saw on YouTube, I did a live stream, a couple live streams of me playing the game. Did you see
Yes,
that?
yes.
That's the most I've ever played it.
Can I hit this dude? See, look. He's probably spraying, dude. Get him. Get him. Oh, I kicked his ass. That's what you... Is this Gary? It's Gary, right? Oh, no. What?
That's the most I've ever played it.
1%.
I think 3%.
3%.
Yeah, 3%. Yeah. So I didn't get very far. I wasn't very good at it. It's fun, but I'm terrible.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Há algo na personalidade do Jimmy que você possui em comum?
So I went to boarding school when I was 10. So I really could relate to being in a new environment, not having any friends, trying to make friends, also trying to, you know, stand up for myself against bullies, and there were bullies. It wasn't as bad as Bullworth, the school I went to, but there were still some bullies, and, you know, learning how to stand up for myself and protect myself. I related a lot to that. Being away from home for the first time, you know, for school, with no one really the teachers didn't really do much to help protect you, you know, in my opinion. They were nice, but it was, you know, you were left alone a lot. So just kind of, you know, fending off bullies and trying to, you know, trying to survive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Você se sente, depois de tantos anos, perceber que muitas pessoas ainda amam o game e o seu trabalho nele? Seu trabalho é incrível.
Thank you. Yeah, it's incredible. I had no idea that if you had told me 17 years ago that people were still going to be talking about this in 2024, I would have said you're crazy. You know, there's no way. But again, I wasn't a gamer, so I knew what Rockstar Games was, and I knew Grand Theft Auto. I had played Grand Theft Auto at friends' houses or whatever. So I knew it was a bigger deal, but I didn't think it would sort of, what's the word? I didn't really realize so many people would feel so strongly and connect so strongly to it. Yeah. And to this day, still reach out to me for, you know, an interview like you, or an autograph, or just to say hi. I get a lot of messages, usually on Instagram, couple times a week, usually a message or two, like, hey, you know, thanks for the work. I'm a big bully fan from Brazil, or from, you know, Italy, or, you know, Texas. Like, people just from all over just want to say, hey, great job, thanks a lot. Like, okay, thank you. You know, people are very nice, very nice. I don't think anybody's ever messaged me to say, listen, I think you did a terrible job at Jimmy Hopkins and I hate you. That's never happened.
Acredita que agora, com o lançamento de GTA 6, podemos ter alguma esperança de Bully 2 depois dele?
I don't know. What do you think? I don't think so. They've been talking about Bully 2 for 15 years now. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm sorry. That's just me. I just don't think it's gonna happen. And listen, if it does, that's great. I'm all for it. I'd be so happy to see the Bully fans get a sequel. But I don't think they would ask me to be a part of it. So, you know, and it is what it is. I'm not famous. And nowadays, people who voice video games, the lead characters, they're all famous. They're all celebrities.
Yes.
In 2004 or 5, when I got the job, that was kind of the last time. That was before video games became so huge that they all had to have stars as voices. I was probably one of the last people cast in that time, in that era, who was an unknown actor. I don't think that would ever happen again. Even if they made a Bully sequel, I do not think they'd ask me to voice it.
E se você fosse convidado para dublar o Jimmy nessa possível continuação, você aceitaria?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Oh yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty good money too. It was good money, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Sure, I would. There's no way I would turn it down. No, hell yes, I would do it.
I will. It will amazing. You're working, Bully 2.
Thank you. Yeah, it would be great. It would be awesome, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I'm sorry.
That's so bad.
What's your name? Casey?
Cassie, Casey? Oh, Casey, tudo bem.
Cassie, I don't think they're gonna do it. I'm sorry.
It's so bad.
I'm pulling for it. I'm pulling for you. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Sorry.
Okay.
And listen, people always ask me, do you know anything about a sequel? Have they asked you? And I always say no. Nobody's ever asked me. Nobody's ever told me anything about the sequel. and people think I'm lying because they think I signed a non-disclosure.
Yes,
Say
yes.
that. So then people get more hope. Oh, he's just saying he doesn't know anything about it, but he really
Yes.
does. And I'm trying to say to these people, listen, I'm telling you the truth. Nobody has talked to me about Bully 2. I don't know anything about it, you know? But people think because I was involved in the first one that I'm automatically going to know about the second one, but that's just not true, you know? They don't have to tell me anything. Most of the people, honestly, probably everyone involved with Bully, it probably no longer works at Rockstar Games.
Yes.
Nobody's there anymore that probably did the first game. And the first game I don't think it wasn't a huge hit like Grand Theft Auto or what's the other one? Red
Dead Redemption.
Redemption. So it's very niche. You know what I mean when I say niche? Like a very smaller community of people.
Yes.
It's a very passionate community, but smaller. GTA, giant community, millions of people who are involved, who love the game. So it makes more money. And I don't think Bully 2, the cost to make it, I don't think maybe they don't think they'd make the money back.
Yes.
You know, it costs a lot of money to make the video games, you know, so I'm not sure that they think it's worth it. Unfortunately, even though the desire is there, the passion is there, the fans would love to see it, probably just doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint for Rockstar. Unfortunately, you know.
Yes, the game for PlayStation 2, né? Now it's bigger.
Right. So I'm hoping. I don't think so.
Thank you very much. Sorry
Welcome.
for my bad English.
It's okay.
I don't speak.
You sound great. Where do you put this, on your YouTube channel?
Yes, YouTube, Instagram. But it's a great honor to have you here. I won't even be able to express how much this means to me, but now that is a lot.
You're very welcome. I'm happy to do it.
Thank you.
With your channel and with your, going forward in the future.
Thank you.
All right.
Bom, gente, esse foi o vídeo de hoje, sem dúvidas um dos vídeos mais importantes aqui do canal, e eu espero muito que vocês tenham gostado. Eu fiz o que eu pude para trazer o melhor conteúdo para vocês, e eu acredito que só de trazer o Gerry aqui pro canal já é um grande feito, e que a comunidade de Bully, a comunidade gamer, vai ficar muito feliz com esse vídeo. Eu fiz as perguntas que eu imaginei que vocês gostariam de fazer a ele, e eu acredito que as últimas são as mais importantes, né? Mais uma vez eu peço desculpas a todos vocês pelo meu inglês, que vocês conseguiram verificar no começo e no final do vídeo. Durante as perguntas eu decidi narrar em português para evitar problemas. No momento eu fiquei nervosa e saiu tudo errado. Deixei de falar muitas coisas que eu gostaria de falar pra ele, que eu tinha até me preparado pra falar, mas no momento eu esqueci. Então, assim, eu espero que ele esteja assistindo a esse vídeo, que ele tenha entendido pelo menos um pouco da importância, Gerry, que você fez aqui pra mim, pra minha vida e pro meu canal, tá bom? Muito obrigada, deixem os comentários de vocês aí e sigam o Gerry nas redes sociais dele também. Beijão, até o próximo vídeo.